One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today. Right, good afternoon. I wanted to jump on and make this really quick video, this cautionary tale video. So I'm heading into the office. So, ladies, I have noticed a little bit of a trend. I've noticed you all making videos or making posts, and it is talking about certain female celebrities who are separated from their husbands, going through divorces, already newly divorced, brand new divorced, and these women are popping out with new men, celebrity men, sports figure men, and you keep comparing these women to Sierra. You're saying, oh, Sierra left no good. Sierra left no good future, and she upgraded with Russell. And now her life is like a fairy tale. And I don't know why y'all keep talking about Sierra and Russell. Y'all take a couple that is literally 0.2% of the population, even the wealthy population. Let's go there. We're not even talking about regular people. We're talking about even amongst wealthy people. Sierra and Russell are 0.2% of the population. But you keep talking about them. And you notice a trend. You notice a trend, ladies, where, these single women who are newly divorced women who got kids, they done got married to a dude, got some kids by him, and the dude cheated on them, and they left the dude, or they divorced, or they getting divorced from the dude, and now they got these new celebrity men, and they have upgraded. They are doing so much better. And that's what we all need to do. That's what we all need to do, ladies. We need to, get rid of these old men, our old baby daddies, and that cheat on us and mistreat us. And we need to get us new dudes. And we need to get new dudes expeditiously, like within days or weeks. And look, the ink ain't even dry on the divorce document. We still legally separated, and we need to be out in the street. We need to be out in the street with a new man, right? Flaunting him, showing him off, going to award shows, going on yachts, and doing all of this nonsense. We need to flaunt the new man, because that's winning. That's what winning really looks like. Really? Is that winning? Is that you winning the breakup? Is that you winning the divorce? Because the last I checked, you going from a husband to a man that you just, that ain't no upgrade. Is it me? Because that ain't no upgrade. So I had a husband. I had a legal husband. I had a legal father of my children that married me, that put a ring on my finger, and I had children with. This man gave me the ultimate commitment, which is he stood before God and man, before God and state, and he made me his wife. So I went from that to having sex with a man that's not my husband, to having sex with a man I barely know, to having sex with a man I just met. I don't know if I need to break it to you, but that's not an upgrade. That is not the flex that you all think it is. And only women, only today's modern women would think that these women are doing something. Wouldn't you know, today's modern women think all of these women are winning. They are coming out on top. They are showing them, girl. They are showing their exes. Ooh, it's men out here that want me. And even though I'm divorced, even though I got some kids, even though I'm, past 30, it's some men out here that want me. It's some men out here that want me too. At 57, they always going to accept the invitation to my bedroom. They're always going to accept the invitation to, my private garden, my secret garden. Y'all really think that's how delusional today's women are? You really think that these women are winning? We are lost. We are completely lost. And I don't care what the men look like. I don't care how tall they are. I don't care how much money they got, because if I'm being honest, last I checked, and look, I followed the numbers, and I was like, okay, the men that they're with, because this is what y'all gonna say. Now, this is y'all's logic. This is not my logic, but y'all gonna say, it's about his money, right? And it's about his status. But the men that they're with don't make more money than them. The men that they're flaunting, out here in these streets, they don't make more money than them. They don't have more success than them. Like, can we be real? So let me get this straight. You're in a hypogamous situation. You have been downgraded from a wife to a jump off, right? You've been downgraded from a wife to a jump off, but you're winning. You're winning. You're showing your ex that there are men out here. Like, what? Never ever would I ever call myself going out in these streets months after my divorce, or while I was still separated, and just flaunt a man that I'm sleeping with. Like, why do y'all think that's so great? And again, we've already proven that a man who will have sex with you is completely different than a man who will marry you. Marriage is the ultimate commitment, period. And I hate to break it to y'all, but there's just nothing you can say about that. A man who is just sleeping with you, a man who gives you a baby, a man who lives with you, all of that is called so what if you all are not married. If you're not married under God, if you're not married under a state contract, all of that's called so what. And you know what it's called in my language? Okay, you know what Anita calls it? A free wife. I call it being a free wife. I call it giving a man free sex. That's what I call it. So, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Maybe I'm crazy, right? Maybe I'm wrong. That I don't see what any of these women are doing. I don't see it as a flex at all. I see it as a major downgrade. A major downgrade. I see it as emotionally immature. I see it as, again, women who are emotionally immature, and instead of sitting down after the end of a marriage, which is pretty serious, the end of a marriage and your family, instead of going somewhere and sitting down so you don't end up in that situation again, you out here running out here, starting feuds with your ex on Instagram, making Instagram lives and, going back and forth with your ex. And then the ultimate is, well, let me get some YN, as y'all like to say, to be out in the streets with, to flaunt in front of my ex, to show him that, baby, we know somebody gonna stick it to you. Your ex know that. Your ex know that there are plenty of men out here that are willing to stick it to you. And again, that's called so what? Like, you're not proving anything. Yes, there are other men out here that will stick it to a single mom, that will stick it to a divorcee, that will stick it to a woman over 40, a woman over 50. They will stick it. Okay? So, but that's a major downgrade. Like I said, I see these posts everywhere. Oh, y'all see it? It's a trend going on. What can these women teach you? I said nothing. They can't teach me nothing. All they can teach me is how to rebound. All they can teach me is how to downgrade myself. So it's bad enough when the men do it. Y'all do it. Y'all do it to yourself. You run out here and get any old man, and you sleeping with him, and you walking around showing him off and showing him, everywhere y'all go, we in this new relationship. We, look at me, look at what I got. And all they are teaching is how to sleep with a man that's not your husband. Oh, and that's, that's a lesson that there's a whole lot of women out here teaching that lesson. So y'all act like these particular women are unique. No, that's most of y'all. Most of y'all give great lessons in how to have sex with men that aren't your husband. Most of y'all give great lessons in how to be a free wife and how to give men free sex. So no, they can't teach me nothing. They can't teach me not a darn thing. Okay? Because what they're doing is nothing special. What they're doing is not an upgrade. It's very much a downgrade. They were married. They had families. And look, forget how I feel about the women in these situations, right? I'm no fan. I'm no fan of any of the women that they've been talking about. I don't like none of them. I think all of them are ghetto. I think all of them are trash. I'm not impressed with the women anyway. So in my mind, I'm like, wow, you really was doing something by getting married. Like, that's what's so sad. Like, you really did have a good, healthy nuclear family at one point. And now that that's gone, your latest flex is doing the whole what every other woman is doing. They got kids by a man she ain't with. What is the big deal? Make it make sense. What's the big deal? You're now out here sleeping with a man who's not the father of your children and who's not your husband. I'm not impressed. That's it. That's it. So I'm sure some people will feel a way about this, but I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed with the caliber of women today. That's kind of what I guess has got me in my feelings a little. To me, the caliber of women has gone down. We have really, really gone down. We're not classy. We're not the bigger person. We get right down in the gutter with the men. The things we do, the things we say, how we look. I just don't understand it. It is definitely different than anything that, I've experienced in my generation, my mom's generation. I just don't understand it. But no, they're not winning. I hate to break it to y'all. And if you think that I'm not calling no names, y'all know who I'm talking about. If you think that any of these women are out here winning, first of all, a breakup is not something to be won. A divorce is never, ever a celebration unless you the devil. So that's how you know somebody got some demonic stuff in them. When they telling you that having divorce parties and celebrating the breakup that's how you know somebody got some demonic influence in them. There's nothing to celebrate about a family being destroyed, about the devil winning breaking up another family. There's nothing to celebrate. So you already know what someone is on when they're talking about graduating to the next level in their marriage and, you know, having divorce parties and all this nonsense. No, that ain't nothing but the devil. But be wise. I mean, this world is going down. It's going down fast. That this is the type of stuff that we think is good. We think jumping from one relationship to the next is a good thing. And look, moving at the speed of light and showing up everywhere, and, you know, we think that's a good thing. And come on, y'all. Most of y'all know that none of these women that I'm talking about a year from now is going to still be with these men. A year, maybe 6 months. Like, come on, we know what time it is. And it's like, because you all are so temporary and you're so emotionally driven, because it's all about a feeling for y'all. It don't make sense. But as long as they look good. They look good together. This is an upgrade. No, it's not. No, it's not. And they look good and he look better. And look at how he doing her. And baby, he been in her over. He been in her over without a ring, without a commitment. So what? Grow up. But when women celebrate stuff like this is when I realize how emotionally immature women are, how petty women are. And when men just say, yeah, I'm like, I can't even, what can I do? What am I going to say when it's the truth? It's the truth. When men call y'all out for being emotionally immature and petty and childish, I can't even stick up for you, because this is the type of stuff y'all do. Y'all celebrate this type of nonsense, and there's nothing good about it. So we have fallen far, so far. And it's the reason why, as I've said before, if you are a good, moral, upstanding woman, you just got to strap in. You just got to strap up, strap in. You got to bide your time. You got to stay prayed up, because you're not going to win in this worldly world. You're just not. You're not out here winning. Worldliness is winning. Degeneracy is winning right now. And so I understand when a lot of young women that I coach and counsel, and they've either saved themselves for marriage, or they're not out here sleeping around, they're not out here doing all this crazy hot girl summer crap. They're just like, yeah, what is happening? Like, I don't know. Men are making fun of me. They're making fun of my virginity. They're making fun of the fact that I'm not sleeping with them on the first night. I said, baby, it's bad out here. I didn't realize how bad it was until I saw these stupid posts y'all have been making about these women out here sleeping around with these men that don't care about them at all. Okay? They getting what they need out of it for now. That's all that's happening. These men have not committed. These men have not invested in these women. If anything, they're getting all of what they want. The women aren't getting a whole lot of nothing other than having the person on their arm. But the men are getting a whole lot. All right, I'm here at work. Just wanted to make this quick video. I'm on a break. I'm going to take a couple weeks off. You're not going to see no videos for a minute, but I want you to stay prayed up, because you're going to need it, baby. It's hard out. It's crazy out here. It's wild out here. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I will be back. Enjoy your summer. And as always, stay open to love.